Nitish Gautam. Kindly introduce yourself, Nitish bhai.
And
Hello everyone, myself Nitish Gautam. I'm from Agra. I'm a level 8 local guide. Thank you so much, Rosie ma'am, for giving me this chance.
Thank you very much, Nitish ji. Now I would like to invite upon Mr. Pawan Bhange. Mr. Pawan Bhange, kindly introduce yourself.
Yes, good evening, everybody. Myself, Pawan Range. I'm level 7 local guy from Mumbai. And thanks to invite me over here, Rosie ma'am and all. Yes, please.
So now I invite upon the today host, Rosie ma'am, kindly introduce yourself. Rosie
Yes.
ma'am, can you hear me?
Good evening, everyone. I'm Rosie Kohli, local guide level 7 from Mumbai, India. And thank you, everyone, for joining this. Today, our guest honor is Gurashish Sani. He's a director and of Radhi Connect. Thank you.
Now I would like to invite upon Sophie. You have to come again. Sophie madam from Delhi.
Good evening, everyone, and I hope you all are doing well. And thank you, Rosie ma'am, for hosting this meet. I'm Sophie, local guide level 7, and from Delhi. And once again, Rosie ma'am, all the best for today, and so excited to learn more about the topic today today's topic, waste management. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sophie.
Thank you, Sophie. Now I would like to invite upon Mr. Shavik Mandal. Mr. Shavik Mandal, kindly introduce yourself.
hello, good evening, everyone. I'm Shovik. I'm from Kolkata, currently doing my master's from Banaras Hindu University. I'm looking forward to the session.
So now I have got an honor to invite Traveler Ji sir. Traveler Ji, kindly introduce yourself.
Very good evening and namaste to you all of you. I hope you are all doing so well because the corona has been creating a lot of havoc. But let's all pray each other and then, let's take care, stay safe. My name is Travelerji. I'm basically from Kerala, but I stay in Aircard, presently in Bangalore. I'm a level 10 LG, a local guide, nearing around 3 lakhs of points or 300,000 points. So God bless all. Very happy to be with you all. Rosie ji, thanks a lot for this triumph. Wish you all the best. God bless the session and all the attendees as well as our chief guest. All the best. Bye. Thank you,
Thank you.
Anil ji.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank you very much.
Thank
Now
you, sir.
invite upon our connect moderator, Mr. Tushar. I have got the honor to invite you for your introduction, please.
Oh, thank you, Anil. Good evening, everyone. My name is Tushar Surarkar. I'm a level 8 local guide from Delhi.
Thank you. I hope the first round of introduction is over. So, Rosie ma'am, over to you. Thank you.
Yeah, we will start our session. So this, please mute your mics, everyone. I will be asking few questions to Gurashish. After we finish, then alphabetical order, we will give you chance to ask him the questions. Thank you so much. Yes, Gurashish. Thank you so much for joining us. It's a pleasure to be with you today on Google Connect. And Gurashish is working very hard for India and especially for Mumbai people. He's a director of Radhi Connect. Gurashish, my first question is for you is how did it come to your mind to start this Radhi Connect and which year did you started and how many people joined you when you started your Radhi Connect?
Um, Hi, everybody. I'm Gurashish. Firstly, thank you, Rosie ma'am, for giving me the opportunity and being present with such lovely guests. I did not know about the local guide module. I was just reading it right now, and it's very, very interesting. Um, I'll start with your question. So, we had a very humble start back in 2015, where we started off in Mumbai as a dry waste collection app. What we tried to do was we tried to aggregate Raddiwalas across Mumbai. And however, we wanted a differentiating factor. So what we realized is people in Mumbai do give out their Raddi. Raddi, if you say it's called different names across different states and cities in India. In Mumbai, we call it Raddi. In some places, we call it Kabaddi. Down south, in some places, it's called another name. So in 2015, the idea started off with a mindset to aggregate an unorganized business. So when I started the work, the idea always was that I was looking eagerly for a business that was unorganized and waiting to be organized. So we started back in 2015 with 3 small areas in Mumbai. So I stay in this area called Khar West. So we picked up 3 areas in Mumbai, 2 neighbors. So Bandra is on the southern side of Khar West, and Santa Cruz is on the northern side of Khar West. So we started with 3 areas, that was Khar, Bandra, Santa Cruz. And what we did was we ended up going and meeting all the Raddiwalas that were there and realizing what their problems were. That's when we realized their problem was they had lack of access to funds, number one. And their second problem was that they were not getting enough business. I mean, the only way for them to get business was if somebody really called them to their house. What we also noticed in this period is that an average person who removes Raddi from their house is between 100 to 150 rupees per month, which is, I mean, at today's level is less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks. What we realized is individually this amount does not make a big difference to a household. However, if it cumulatively comes together, it can make a big impact. So parallelly, I was also working with an NGO called St. Catherine's of Siena Orphanage, where we were trying to raise funds. So that's where we basically just joined all the blocks together and said, maybe we could use Raddi as a medium to raise funds for NGOs. And so we started with Khar, Bandra, Santa Cruz, where we aggregated these Raddiwalas. We told them that for whatever waste you collect from our people, you will not have to pay them immediately. You can sell the goods, and when the money comes back to you, you give us the money, and the money gets donated to an NGO. So using this model, I'm happy to say we ended up raising 20 plus lakhs of rupees for the NGOs and for our NGO partners. And we also set a good system where Raddi or dry waste from people's houses could be collected, sent out, and in return help a cause. So yes, it was a humble start in 2015. And that time, if you asked me how many people were there, so it was the 3 of us. We were 3 co-founders back then. Then in 2018, we became 2 co-founders. But from 2015 to 2017, it was the 3 of us. One person was writing the code, the second person was designing the models, and the third person, that is me, was running from door to door, trying to find out where the Raddiwalas were doing Raddiwala interviews. So we did over 800 Raddiwala first-hand interviews and handpicked 150 Raddiwalas by 2016 mid to work with us.
Okay. What was your parents' reactions when you told about your plans? Because you're from business family and an only son, and if they in India they believe that what is this collecting Raddi and all. So what was their reactions when you told them about your plan?
Fortunately, Rosie ji, I've been blessed with a very, very supportive family. So my family was pretty happy. I mean, my immediate family was pretty happy. Of course, from we live in India and do come under societal pressure. So there were a lot of people in the society that called it different names: Kacharewala, Raddiwala, Kabadiwala. However, fortunately, I've been blessed with really supportive parents and parents who think that no work is small or big. So I mean, all I was told from my family was that if this is what your calling is and you want to do it, then go ahead with it. And no work is small or big. And if you do it with all your heart, then one day you will achieve great success there, which I feel I've been lucky enough to get. Yes.
Okay. Gurashish, tell me, what hurdles did you face initial when you joined? What hurdles did you face? See, whenever we start something, you need funds. So how did you manage with the funds part?
So initially we were bootstrapped. So we introduced, the three co-founders introduced some money into the company, which was I mean, again, very humble, given the scale at which we've reached today. I mean, maybe this will be the only platform where I would even reveal that when we started, we were just we put 2 lakhs each, and started, I mean, again, borrowed from family and friends, family mainly. The money came in, and but our model always was to stay lean, do profitable business, uh, use the money properly so that we don't run out of funds. That's why for the first 3 years we were the only people sitting on bikes and running and tying up with Raddiwalas. The problems we faced were basically a lot of problems were from different sides. So from Raddiwala's point of view, the problem was to convince them really to move online. These businesses are typically run by our traditional businesses. For them, 2 or 3 educated people coming in and trying to get into the business, for them, they thought that we would disrupt the industry and not make use of them. However, we were very clear from day one that we do not want to reinvent the wheel. When they have good last mile delivery and good logistical support, we always wanted to use them, and we still continue to use them. So, I mean, getting your initial few Raddiwalas to join on board was slightly challenging. But however, after that, what happened is that these guys then introduced us to, and it's also a very community based business. So typically, a lot of Marwadis are in this business, and they all know each other. So initially, when we started working, as I told you, we started with Carbantra, Santa Cruz. When these vendors started getting orders, they themselves came forward and introduced us to their fellow industry people in other areas. So that was one of our early stage challenges back in 2015, 2016. Then when we moved ahead, our second challenge was scalability, because we still thought that the material that was being handled by us was not big enough and was not large enough. And then we actually went to Devnar dumping ground, which was an eye opener really. So Devnar dumping ground is the dumping ground of Mumbai. Where we reached there, we were doing a small activity with them to raise funds for people, waste pickers and rag pickers who stay around Devnar dumping ground. That's when we realized the average life expectancy of people who stay in Devnar is 39 years of age. Waste is not processed at all. Diseases are spread through the dumping ground, and there is a dumping ground the size of 15 stories. So in 2019, it became big news because there was a fire there. And because of the fire, actually, even we entered the dumping ground, and then realized that the fire is actually a everyday affair. वो उस दिन हवा कुछ अलग दिशा में चली एंड साउथ बॉम्बे की तरफ चल गई, which is the most prim and proper area for in Mumbai for people who are not in Mumbai. And there was a huge cloud of smoke across Mantralaya. That's when the issue was really picked up. However, there was a light bulb moment for us where we realized that the waste problem that we are trying to solve is much bigger. So Raddi is not the only waste. Actually, the waste that is getting dumped in dustbins and not being recovered is the waste we need to actually target. So we still continue doing Raddi Connect, which is what gave us a start to this industry, and which we are very grateful for. And maybe it's the NGO blessings that it's taken us here, and that's when we decided that we will take care of waste that is thrown into dustbins. And we took up our first business to government project in Mumbai, where we manage waste for an entire ward here known as R North Ward. That's in Dahisar. We have a waste segregation facility there, so we collect waste now. Of course, your clean, recyclable Raddi waste that gets out, but we also collect your dustbins, that is your dry waste that goes in dustbins. So first we do awareness sessions with buildings to get people to segregate their waste into dry and wet. Then we give them a collection service to collect dry waste. This is taken to our center. What we expect people to do is only divide it into two boxes. One is dry, one is wet. But then it goes to our center and we divide it into nearly 37 more categories from there. And then these categories are sent to different recyclers across India. So that's what we do, and that's how we started. And then now with the current Plastic Waste Management 2016 guidelines, we take care of producers, importers, manufacturers, and brand owners to take care of the plastic waste that they put out in the market, to recover that on their behalf, and help them comply with extended producer responsibility guidelines. So yeah.
During that time, how did you all spread the word of Raddi Connect to the people of your area, other area, your friends, relatives? How did you all spread the word that you have started this Raddi Connect?
I'll answer that question, Rosie ji, but one thing is, if I get too technical in my talk, right, you can just pinpoint certain terms and things like that. Because sometimes what happens is that because we are doing this in and out, we get really technical and think that people understand the terms, but sometimes they don't. So if I do get really technical, you can always like pinpoint it. And in terms of how did we spread the word, and what we did was, we started off with word of mouth, actually, really. What we realized at a very early stage was that our target audience was women of the house, and women of the house between the age group of 40 to 55. So non-working women, or even working women who do not have the time to take care of, or who, so it's mainly the women of the house in India that take care of running the house. So that's where we realized that this is where we needed to target. So we did a lot of exhibitions where we were, going and getting people to donate their Raddi. From there, we moved and we latched on to more NGOs. We also realized that NGOs are the people where people already connect with, and they're already donating to them. So we got more NGOs onboarded. So NGOs were marketing for us then. We were also very fortunate to be covered by all the leading newspapers in the day, and most of the television news channels. So that gave us a lot of traction. And then it was mainly word of mouth. I mean, from one customer to 100 customers to 1,000 customers, even we did not realize when and how we reached.
Today, at present, how many people are associated with you all?
So at present, in terms of people, I sometimes lose count there. So we do around, so our Raddi Connect model does around 20 lakh rupees of donations. Which is around around 2,500 to 3,000 customers that use the service. More than that, we are also working now in, as I told you, we did a paradigm shift of working with governments. So we work with we work right now in 19 states, 24 cities, where we collect waste either through their own collection network, or set up our own collection centers there to collect. So the amount of people we are impacting maybe will be populations of 19 the 24 cities we are working with at the moment. And our bigger impact, I would say, is that we provide dignified working conditions to waste pickers. And we're happy to say we work with almost, I would say, 1,000+ waste pickers across India right now, and we're aiming to take that number to sky's the limit.
Do rag pickers get benefit when they join with you? Because
So,
when they
yes.
sell to scrap people, they hardly get any money.
So yes, so that's the point. So what we do is we, as I was telling you, where we do government work, we also collect. So scrap. So we, what do you call it? Rag pickers typically are they want to sell it on the go. So we're associated with rag pickers who come and sell the material to us. We definitely we try to give them the best rates that are available in the market, which most of the times are more than the local kabadi walas. However, what we noticed is when we started giving good rates, even kabadi walas started giving good rates. So that wasn't the differentiating factor. But what really was the differentiating factor for us was better working conditions. Doing semi-annually, we conduct medical camps for all the waste pickers that are associated with us, and even for waste pickers that are not associated with us, along with their families. We do exercises with them every 3 months. We try to give them awareness sessions and trainings on savings, opening up of bank accounts, forming self-help groups. So those are the things that actually really connect waste pickers to us. Because I mean, a few rupees here and there for them also doesn't matter, but it's the dignity and the respect that they get is more important. And we actually don't like to call them rag pickers or waste pickers. We call them Safai Sathis because I mean, they are the backbone of recycling in India. Recycling in India at the level at which it is happening today also would not happen if it wasn't for these Safai Sathis. So yes, that's.
Gurashish, tell me, when you all went to corporate houses and offices and said about your plan of Rati Connect, what did you face? Any problem, or they got easily convinced with you all?
So the thing is with corporate houses, there were, I mean, most of them liked the idea. They had no issues. As I said, for a household, it's 100 to 150 rupees of raddi. And for corporate houses also, it's not the core source of their revenue, right? Their revenue lies somewhere else. This is actually a problem for them. But the problem we faced there was that a lot of these corporate houses are actually attached to certain NGOs. And they have mandates with these NGOs where they cannot work with anybody else. So again, we had to pivot there. We thought कि ये नहीं चल रहा तो क्या करें? So that's where we did a small pivot where we started giving them recycled stationery. We started giving them recycled stationery in return for the waste we would collect from there. So that's where they started joining us again. So I mean, in business, everyday circumstances change, things change, and you have to live up to them. Otherwise you'll get redundant.
Okay. Tell us what you do with the raddi you collect, like papers you all collect plastic bottle, glass, metals. So what you all do with all this after collecting? Tell us the process.
So if I have to name waste in dry waste belongs to two different categories. One is recyclable dry waste, and the second is non-recyclable dry waste. So recyclable dry waste are things like your newspapers, paper, plastic bottles, glass containers, shampoo bottles, mineral water bottles. All these things are basically dry recyclable waste. So we take these things and but what needs to be done is they need to be segregated to a quality that they can be recycled. So if we talk about only plastics broadly have 7 different categories, number 1 to number 7, and each category is further divided into 7 categories. So it's basically 50 odd categories only in plastic. And the same goes with glass. So glass needs color segregation to be done. Metals need different metals to be. segregated. So so this dry recyclable waste, we actually segregate it to the quality that the recyclers can use it at. And for your non-recyclable dry waste, which mainly is plastics, so if we talk about kurkure packets or chips ka packets and things like that, if we notice that has a aluminium layer inside that, and it has a plastic layer on top of that. So that's known as multi-layer packaging material, which is one of the biggest concerns in India today. So mono-layer plastics, your PETs, bottles, your glass bottles, things like that are easily recyclable because they're made up of a single material. But MLPs are basically a combination of different materials bounded onto each other to basically make a different material. So for non-recyclable plastic waste, what we are doing is we are experimenting it in road building. We've done some experiments to make briquettes out of it so that it can be used for boilers. And major portion of it right now we are sending to cement factories and waste to energy plants for alternate fuel reuses.
Okay. What are your future plans?
The future plans are, I mean, we would like to collaborate with more people across India. I mean, because waste is not a problem that one person or one company can solve. We already have a collaborative network of around 20-25 companies that we work with. The whole idea is to, I mean, when we did business, it was always environment first and business second. So the whole idea is to be able to, I mean, sounds very ambitious, but actually the vision of our company is to see a world where no resources are wasted. We don't like to call it waste, where no resources are wasted, and it's put in a circular economy where the resources are actually made into different products, and there is no leakage into landfills and oceans. So yeah, I would like, future plans are to try seeing a world where there's no waste, and waste is considered as resources, and these resources get recycled back and are a part of our ecosystem. And for resources that cannot be recycled, we put them to an end-of-life solution, such as energy recovery and alternate fuel reuses.
Okay, my last.
Rosiji,
Yes,
sorry for interrupting. Rosiji, there are few people waiting to join. Rosiji, please kindly attend. Shruti and a few others are waiting to join. I'm requesting Shruti to again try it immediately. Sorry, I'm interrupting to you, but then they are waiting. That's why. Okay, sorry. Bye.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you. My last question is, what steps individual, corporate house and government are taking to improve recycling in India?
So I'll start this at an individual level, and here I will say what steps they are taking also, and what steps need to be taken also. So as individuals, I mean, people definitely are getting more and more aware about segregating their waste into dry and wet. There is government pressure to do it, and we see a lot of people are doing it. So we do get requests across India to collect dry waste. However, we can collect it only in places that we typically work in. So individuals are going ahead. I mean, there are sessions like this that are organized, and there is a good amount of interest that is coming in from people. In terms of government is giving out waste collection facilities across India and creating very strict guidelines, I would say, in terms of handling waste, especially plastic waste, which is the biggest challenge in India right now. And in terms of corporates are also assisting in collection and, you know, fulfilling value gaps to be able to make the entire ecosystem sustainable. So, I mean, I feel every sector is taking care of what they need to, and hoping that, I mean, I would typically when we do sessions like this, we take up a pledge from everybody who is a part of it. And I mean, we could do it probably in the comment section down there. As in, so we typically want people to pledge that wherever in the world they are located out of, or whatever city or whatever country, we get them to pledge to start segregating waste and ensuring that their dry waste and wet waste goes to the right channel. Might take you some effort to communicate with your building to get the building to do it, then arranging the government vehicle to come in. But it is an effort that might take you 2 or 3 days, but it's going to take us a long way. So I mean, I'd hope everybody here pledges to segregate their waste, get in touch with their nearest government authority, to ask them to send different vehicles for dry and wet waste, and that's dry and wet waste, and that's available across India now, and give the dry waste to the dry waste vehicles and wet waste to wet waste vehicles. So if we could do that, I think as individuals, we are doing as much as we can do, and that's what the government is hoping for as well. Because governments and corporates cannot really make a change till the time we as individuals do not decide to live in a more conducive and I use harsh words sometimes, but civic manner. I mean, this is our civic responsibility.
Okay. Do you all have any website where people can contact you and all?
So our website is called www.radiconnect.com, RADDICONNECT. I'll also put it up in the page down. We're also going through a website upgrade, so sometimes it goes down. So usually after 12 o'clock at night, sometimes for 1 hour it logs off. So please bear with us till our website gets updated. But that's usually after 12 o'clock at night for 1 hour when testing is going on.
Okay. Yes. So my questions are over. Anyone would like to ask questions to Gurashish?
I would like to
Please.
invite upon Mr. Ajit Chite. Ajit Chite had some question. Go ahead, please. Ajit ji, please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, my question is, you have anything about your volunteers, like what you said, Sathis?
Right.
Any plan for educating them? Because most of them were are like from low profile and may not be educated. At least any plans for them? Do you have anything on that?
So the Safai Sathis that work with us, typically they are in their later ages, I mean 30, 35 plus. What we try to do is we're providing them support in case they want to go in for any education. We are more than happy to assist them. What we try to do is we try to upskill these people from working just as waste pickers to moving to supervisors and managerial positions as and when we can. However, for their children, we do, introduce them to various government schemes and things like that. So we're happy to be working with United Nations Development Program as well, where we are running different activities and workshops for them to educate them on what they can do with education per se for them and for their kids. And in whatever limited resources we can, we're always happy to help them in terms of knowledge, funds, or connecting to government schemes. So that's what we're doing currently.
Okay, great. Thanks, sir.
Now the next question is from Traveler Ji. I would like to invite upon Traveler Ji. Please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Saini ji. You just mentioned that you are looking at building more networks or franchises or throughout India. So
Right.
is it right what I heard? Because I have a hearing problem. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes,
So-
sir. We are all right.
Yeah, well, if so, I would like to request you to come to our Google Connect platform and post couple of posts so that we all come to know. Also, we can do some campaigns in the social media of Indian local guides. I'm sure most of this, there are so many senior LGs over here, and we are all ready to support you. Okay. And it's a great thing what you are doing. We appreciate as well as we pray for you for all the success. But then be in touch with our, I'm sorry, Rosie ji, and let us meet soon over a conference call. So, Local Gates Connect is an exclusive platform for us. So, let's connect to the world through this and let's talk to the world. You will be recognized much more than what you are today. I'm sure. Wish you all the best and God bless you. Keep safe and be happy. Thank you.
Thank you, Traveler ji. Would definitely love to interact. We'll stay in touch with Rosie ji. I am also more of an operations guy, and even though I'm young but not that tech savvy, but I'm definitely going to get my digital team connected to Rosie ji and be a part of it. And I mean, the digital outreach team will definitely be interested to connecting to a lot of people.
Sure. Thanks a lot. Wish you all
I'll
the
get
best.
that done. Thank you.
Thank you, Traveler Ji. Thank you. Yes, next who would like to ask question to Gurashish?
I think Sophie raised her hand.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Good evening again. Thank you, sir, for briefing us about your work, and it's really amazing. I have a similar question like Ajit, sir, but my question is, I personally have been working with in a similar platform that we try to educate the young people, especially, and also especially those who are living on the roadside, the street children, in to be more precise, and also the street young men. So they also, what they do is they pick up some of the stuff and sell the bottles and stuff like that, but we really want to help them and also educate them. So we had a good experience as well as a bad experience, but I also want to learn more from you, like how to really change their mentality, because there are times that they want an immediate, um, like they want everything to be immediate. They don't have patience, like, because to educate someone it takes time, right? So it takes time to develop, it takes time to understand. So on the process of educating them, so many things comes up. So I want to also learn more about it, like how to really help them, because this is something we have been doing, but we are from different background and we try to understand, come down to the level and speak to them, but then there are still challenges. So if you can guide us, because you are in this platform, and then you could, I think, guide us well. Thank you so much.
Sophie, there's only one answer I have for this. It's patience, patience, patience. This
Yes, sir. So
you
that's what we also want them
see.
to have patience.
No, I mean
But
you
that
will have
sometimes
to.
it
You
gets
will,
out of control.
Sophie. You will have to have patience here, not them, because changing behavior takes time. It cannot
Yes,
happen
sir.
overnight.
Absolutely.
Here we are
Absolutely.
unable to. It's a challenge for us to change behavior of educated people. We are still talking about people who are less fortunate and believe everybody is just coming to exploit them. So patience, trust, um, and I mean selfless work is the only way I feel that you will be able to achieve this.
Right, sir. So, actually, I'm sorry for taking this little time, but I really want to bring a living example that is happening. We
Right.
have been helping a lot of people, but personally, in our family, I'm not praising my family, but I want to bring the situation so that we can talk about it and learn like how to solve it. Okay, so
Right.
there was one man. He was badly injured, and then he had been living in the street for many years, like I think more than 10 years. So somehow we got caught of him, and then we were helping him with all his medical and everything. And when he got better, we took him to our house, and then we have been like, providing his needs, and then making him to stay and eat whatever like we eat, like together in the same dining table. But then sometimes he asks for some pocket money, and we also say yeah, sure, and then we give to him. But the thing is, with those money, he tend to come home drinking, and like in our office, we gave him some job to do, like to wait on the, like to be the doorman, and like to do little things, because he also like to work, and then that is something really good. But at the end of the day, he'd come home drinking, so that is something um, not really acceptable, like by us, because we are in such a culture that even in our family, like I'm basically from Nagaland, so we don't really like people drinking. Okay, fine, if you want to drink, it's okay, like even we all do. But the thing is, at least when you come to work, you should not drink coming to work. You should not come to work being drunk. So we have been with him for more than a year now, and so it's getting a little out of control, like because we have been patient enough. And the thing is, we really want to help him. Yeah, that is. And not only this person, there are so many cases like we have come across. So yeah.
Sophie, I mean, fabulous work by you and your family there. I'd really like thumbs up for that. And I mean, we do understand that sometimes, these things do happen. But I think that this is the time where I am not the right person. Firstly, you should be speaking to an expert in mental health or something like that, maybe. But I feel if I was in your position, what I would be doing is creating strict boundaries, um, creating rules for that are to be followed, and and a proper system where in case they are not followed, then however sad it is, but I think you need to let go of supporting that person.
Thank you, sir. Sure.
There are
Thank you
more
so
people
much.
who deserve it than somebody who
Right.
is not ready.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your nice question, Sophie, and congratulations for such a good gesture. I would like to appreciate in front of everybody. Now, who is raised the hand? I would like to invite upon. Who is raised the hand? Please ask your question.
Anilji, sorry. Ajitji, 1 second. Rosiji, can you just publish the album
Photo link.
link, please?
Yeah.
Album
Yeah.
link,
Yeah,
please.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm doing.
Yeah, please,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah. Please go ahead. Thank
And
you.
we will repeat it for the audience. Kindly post your photos over there, share your photos over there. Thank you. Over. Back to Rosiji or Aditya, please.
It's okay. It's okay. Go ahead, Rosie.
Yes. Anyone else would like to ask question to Ashish? Please go ahead.
Yes.
Yes, Ash.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. First of all, congratulations on this beautiful work, because waste management is a very big crisis which we are facing currently, and getting back the resources to the economy, it's a very great, good task. I mean, say, in the we can also help the environment by reducing the carbon footprint of the products. So my question is here that, sir, I have been particularly seeing the categories of plastic, as you have mentioned, 7 categories, that there is a mark on the every plastic, like 1, 2, 3, up to 7. So my question is that there is no exact meaning of single-use plastic. So how we define single-use plastic, and these single-use plastic are completely not recyclable, or little bit recyclable. And other question is that the shampoo boxes, shampoo bottles, and some other plastics which we use single use, maybe say we use plastic for a longer time in terms of shampoo bottle, but I'm not sure it comes under single use, or what is it, recyclability capacity and something like that. I would like you to give some information over it, sir. That's the question.
Excellent questions.
Thank you,
Excellent.
Arshaji. Yeah, very, very, very good question, and a question that is up my sleeve. I mean, something that I do have little knowledge in. So, if I have to explain single-use plastic, the government defines single-use. I mean, there is still a very big gray area, as you were saying. So, the
Yes, sir.
government defines single-use plastic as any plastic that is not used more than once. I mean, nutshell definition is that, which creates a ban for cutlery that is that is single use. So your forks, spoons, and knives that used to come, your glasses that used to come, polyethylene, that is your thermocol, if we talk about styrofoam, basically polystyrofoam, that is considered as single-use plastic. However, there is a caveat to it, Harsha, which says that any single-use plastic, I mean any plastic that is essential for either storage, packaging, or life of the product can be used under, even though it is single-use plastic, it can be used. But the government, what they've gone ahead and done is, because it is, I mean, we live in an age where it is very difficult to live without plastic currently.
Yes, currently.
So, and it's impossible, I would say, to stop using plastic. And it's also, plastic also has a lot of benefits in terms of lightweight, its agility, there are benefits of it. So, I mean, everything comes with pros and cons. So, what the government has gone ahead and done here is that the government does realize that plastic is a curse and a boon both. So, the government has introduced a policy called extended producer responsibility.
Yes, sir. On the 2016 plastic management, recently they have started.
Under Plastic Waste Management 2016 guidelines. So under the guidelines, it says that any plastic that is not of essential use or service does not hamper the shelf life of the product, or is not essential in packaging of the product, needs to go out. And in case it is essential, required for shelf life increment, or a company cannot do without it, they are responsible to collect the plastic that they put out in the market. So extended producer responsibility, basically in simple words, means if Bisleri cannot package without plastic bottles, and
then Bisleri has to collect.
Bisleri puts out 100,000 tons of 100,000 kgs of plastic bottles out in the market. It's their responsibility to collect this 100,000 kgs. And Honorable NGT, as well as Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, as well as Central Pollution Control Board, is coming down very, very heavily on these people. So, I mean, as I was again saying, that you cannot, I mean, I am a person who I would like to say is a practical environmentalist. I am not an activist, but I'm a practical environmentalist. Because you really cannot. I mean, today I tell a lot of people, when people come and tell me that why can't we ban plastic altogether, and I tell them, I challenge you to live 24 hours without touching plastic in your life, and you cannot really do it.
Yes, sir.
I mean,
today we cannot manufacture any car.
Yes, sir.
The phone you touch is plastic. The car you drive is plastic. The TV remote, AC remote is plastic.
Everything is plastic.
Case is plastic. So it's not about plastics. It's about, I mean, plastic is not at fault here. It's about responsible disposal and responsible usage of
plastic.
So if we can responsibly use plastic, I mean, there have been comparison studies for plastic to glass, plastic to metals, and you will be shocked to know that the carbon footprint of plastics, in most of the cases, is less than what it is about transporting glass and metals. So it's just about, I mean, what is required to be done is, again, responsible usage and responsible disposal. And
but
wherever
sorry
the
for
value
interruption.
gap was there, that's where extended producer responsibility is coming in. No problem.
Sorry. I mean, is it connected with something like thickness of the plastic? 50 mil or whatever you call
50
that.
microns and 40 microns.
Microns,
sir,
sorry.
Again, these are the microns. Again, this is a very technical question. I mean, what happens is that everything has to have exceptions. You cannot make small pouches in 120 microns. It's not possible to make it only. So, what we
हिंदी में बोलो.
हाँ जी. तो जो छोटा माइक्रोन के साथ जो लिंक्ड है प्लास्टिक, वो छोटे सैशे, छोटे पाउचेस कम माइक्रोन्स में नहीं आ सकते. जो हम एडवोकेट कर रहे हैं और गवर्नमेंट भी एडवोकेट कर रही है, वो ये है कि ब्रांड्स नीड टू चेंज डिजाइन. दे नीड टू डिजाइन, जो वो प्रोडक्ट का डिजाइन बना रहे हैं, दे हैव टू डिजाइन प्रोडक्ट्स जो जिसकी रिसाइक्लेबिलिटी, कीपिंग इन माइंड रिसाइक्लेबिलिटी, कि वो प्रोडक्ट रिसाइकल हो जाए. तो छोटे पाउचेस को उठाना ज्यादा टास्क है, तो बड़े पाउचेस बने जहां पे हम प्लास्टिक को इवेड करके बल्क यूजेज कर सकते हैं, वहां पे बल्क यूजेज हो. तो those are some of the things, sir. The government has a mandation of 50 microns minimum, which they are taking up to 80 to 120 microns. But then again, sir, वो caveat आ जाएगा कि essential है और छोटा है तो चल जाएगा. तो तो उसके वेज अराउंड होते ही हैं, क्योंकि बन नहीं सकता सर. जो छोटा पाउच है, मान लो आप इतना सा पाउच कोई चीज का ले रहे हो, तो वो 120 माइक्रोन में बन ही नहीं सकता, क्योंकि उसकी
सही बात है,
फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी हैम्पर हो जाएगी. तो
सही बात.
it's very very technical, this I mean this fight.
Yes. Thank you.
No worries,
Mr.
pleasure,
Pratik,
sir, man.
Mr. Pratik, kindly go with the question, Mr.
One
Pratik.
second. I
Yes.
hope I solved your question, Harisha.
No, sir. Last part is there. That the exact last part is that shampoo bottles which you use, sir.
Right.
How does it work? Is it completely recyclable or how is
Yes.
it?
So shampoo bottles are made up of HDP, that's high density polyethylene. They are fully recyclable. The challenge that is going on is, again, as I was saying, we all are fighting for products to become to be designed for recyclability. तो द शैम्पू बॉटल पर से इज रिसाइक्लेबल, लेकिन शैम्पू बॉटल के ऊपर जो वो पेपर का या कोई और प्लास्टिक का
Wrapping.
बैनर रैपिंग लग जाती है, वो फिर उसकी रिसाइक्लेबिलिटी में इफेक्ट कर देता है. तो दिस फाइट इज गोइंग ऑन कि सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक की बॉटल बने, उसके ऊपर ही छपे. द बेस्ट एग्जांपल आई ऑलवेज यूज इज पैराशूट. अगर आपने पैराशूट हेयर ऑयल की बॉटल देखी हो, वो पूरी बॉटल ब्लू कलर की सिंगल पॉलीमर की बॉटल होती है, और वही बॉटल के ऊपर छपा हुआ है. ठीक है,
White color
aesthetically
print.
व्हाइट कलर में प्रिंट है.
Print.
अब एस्थेटिक, और आप उसके अगेंस्ट, आई कैन नॉट नेम ब्रांड्स, बट अगर आप कोई भी मतलब पैराशूट आई कैन नेम बिकॉज दे डू गुड वर्क,
The good thing.
but I cannot name other brands on a public forum. But look at any other mineral water or mineral water company, or like a soft drink company. Their bottle is PET, लेकिन उसके ऊपर जो रैपर है,
Yes, sir.
जिसपे वो कंपनी का नाम लिखा है, वो रिसाइक्लेबल नहीं है. तो हम so basically what the policy advocacy is going on for is कि there should be single polymer used in the bottle, और सीधा बॉटल पे छापो, ताकि उसकी रिसाइक्लेबिलिटी मोर एफिशिएंट होए, बेटर होए, और उसका रेट बेटर मिले. क्योंकि जैसे सिंगल पॉलीमर पे नॉर्मली हम क्या करते हैं, वो बॉटल लेते हैं, उसका कैप अलग निकालना पड़ता है, रिंग अलग निकालनी पड़ती है, और लेबल अलग निकालना पड़ता है, उसमें कॉस्ट है. तो वो कॉस्ट को हम बेसिकली कम कराने के लिए ये एडवोकेसी चल रही है कि सिंगल पॉलीमर, सिंगल दिस थिंग.
Yes, sir. Just for the clarification.
So for your answer, the shampoo bottle is recyclable,
Recyclable.
but it will require a process of pulling out the wrapper out.
Wrapper.
The where the जो paper से stick होता है उसके
Yes,
ऊपर,
sir.
या
Front
वो
sticker.
the sticker basically.
Sir, just to add some more clarification to the point, sir. So
Right.
the PET bottles which you have, the cool drink bottles we can say, or some other soft drink bottles which are in different quantities, 1.2 liters for 250 ml, something like this. Are these PET bottles are single use, comes under single use, and we won't be able to recycle it, or can we recycle it? Recycling is possible. Just now we have used PET bottle when you are giving that example of removing all those cap and rings and stuff.
So all your PET bottles are 100% recyclable. In fact,
Okay.
PET bottles have one of the best rates in the market, and are easily available for waste pickers and rag pickers to pick up. They are all recyclable. They come with a good rate, and actually the thing is that it is a claim again from the PET industry that around 80% of the PET that is in the market is recycled. Which it is, because the rate is good. अब fight यही है कि वो wrapper हटा दो.
Okay, sir. Got it. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much
No worries.
for your time, sir.
No worries. Anybody else?
Yes. Anybody else, or shall I ask my question in the last? Anybody
Yeah,
else?
I want to ask mine.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead, Aarti. Go ahead.
Yeah, Aarti, please
Yeah,
go ahead.
hi.
Go ahead.
Hi, Aarti.
Hi, good evening, everyone. So you said that you will recycle the plastic which you take from the people. So what do you exactly do with that? Like you'll make something like table such as something like that? Do you make the products, or what do you do with that recycling thing?
So, ma'am, we currently don't make products. We are a collection and segregation organization. मैं हिंदी में भी बोलता हूँ. हम collection और segregation organization हैं. हम currently products नहीं बनाते हैं.
I'm
लेकिन
sorry to interrupt you. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Please speak in English because we have got a lot of international friends. Aarti
Okay.
understand English. Please go ahead. Sorry to interrupt you.
Right. Okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
basically we are a collection and segregation organization. So we do not recycle on our own. However, we are tied up with recyclers. So your question of what happens to it is basically paper will get converted back into paper, plastic will get converted back into plastic, metal will get converted back into metal. That's what recycling is, right?
Yeah, yeah. I thought that there are many videos across the social media or somewhere on the platform saying that plastic can be made into any other products and all. So I just thought that whatever you recycle it, maybe that would convert into the products that would be useful to all other people.
Right.
Maybe that.
So typically right now, if we talk about plastics per se, plastics are being used to make agriculture right. Actually, what is happening in India is कि plastic is being downgraded, not upgraded. तो downgraded का मतलब है कि जो शैम्पू की बॉटल है उसमें से लो क्वालिटी एग्रीकल्चर पाइप बन रही है. क्योंकि if again one more shocking fact if I can throw out is cost of virgin plastic is cheaper than cost of recycled plastic. क्योंकि वर्जिन प्लास्टिक इज अ बाय प्रोडक्ट ऑफ पेट्रोलियम कंपनीज. तो वो कोई भी रेट पे इट्स देयर वेस्टेज, तो वो कम से कम रेट पे निकालते हैं. तो इसके लिए अभी ये डाउन साइकिल हो रही है. बट मोस्ट ऑफ द कंट्रीज इन द वर्ल्ड व्हाट दे आर डूइंग इज दे आर सेलिंग recycled plastic products at a slight premium. But what we need to understand is that that premium goes into the entire recycling value chain. So also also if you all would have seen Dettol very recently has come out with recycled plastic bottles. They're black color bottles for where you can Dettol ka hand washes in recycled bottles. So again, yeah, I mean as individuals, what we could do is support recycled uh, grade. I mean not recycled grade. All of this is recycled, but recycled content used plastic. If we could do that, even if it comes at a slight premium, but it's helping the environment as well as helping a waste picker down there somewhere in the stream.
We
Yeah,
have
yeah.
got
Thank you so much.
Erna from Michigan. Erna, kindly go ahead with your question, please.
Yes, hi. Good morning from here. I just want to share a little bit of what's going on in Michigan. We do have a good program for recycling. The city actually gave us two bins, one with the green lid, which is for organic, and the brown one for organic, and the green one for recycle. A big bins, and every week, once a week, they pick them up. We just bring them to the street and they pick them up. I was traveling this last 2 days and I just want to say, so I order dinner, right? It's like, okay. And what I got, let me show you this. See how big this container compare my face. And so the two of us, so we got two of this container, this big container. And then we have two dinners. So there are four of this. And I was like, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? But anyway, so I end up reading them. And there is a sign of recycle at the back. And also the name of the company. And also it said microwavable dishwasher safe top shelf. In the meaning, you can reuse this. So I decided, you know what? It's a big container, beautiful, it's thick, and it's reusable. I'm going to take them home and I wash them so I can reuse them. And this is from a very a Cracker Barrel is a very famous like a food chain in the United States. And also another thing, beside that, this is the cup where I got from them. See how big it is? And it is so thick. Same thing. I don't want to throw them away. I can reuse this at least for a couple of times, and I don't think plastic is good for if you keep using it. So once I'm done using them, I will throw them away to the recycle bin, and they'll pick it up. Another thing I would like to share, a plastic bag. Hold 1 second. Let me give you a plastic bag. This is a plastic bag. When you go grocery store, they give you a whole bunch of this. It depends on how many times you go to the store for grocery once a week. You got 5 of them or 7 of them in a week. What I do with this, I don't throw them away. I keep them for my own trash bag. Yes, it is small, but it's free. And try to save the world a little bit. I can. So I just want to share that. And thank you for a beautiful presentation. And I really appreciate it. I see you smiling, Rosie. Thank you so much, and hello from Michigan.
Thank you,
Hi,
Anna. Thank you
thank you,
so
Erna.
much.
I mean, thank you, Erna. And always
Thank
it's
you,
reuse
Erna.
first. It's reuse first, repurpose second, and then recycle.
Now we have got next question from Guru Krishna Priyaman. Please go ahead with your question.
Hi, I am Guru Krishna Priya. I am from Chennai, India. Okay, I have a question like, cotton fabric we will reuse, but what about synthetic fabric?
Ma'am,
Plastic and all is
fab.
reusable, but synthetic fabric is not reusable, isn't it?
Ma'am, fabrics actually is the second world's biggest polluter at the moment. A lot of research is going on into fabric recycling. Again, I will not be the right person to talk on this because it's not my domain. But
Okay.
a lot of work is going on, I can assure you on that. Where again, it's about reuse first, repurpose
Sorry to
second,
interrupt. Your voice is echoing. Question, your voice is echoing.
Hello.
Sorry to
Sir, your
interrupt you.
voice is echoing.
Your voice is
Am I
echoing.
audible better now?
Yes, better. Please go ahead.
Yes, I
So
can.
again, it's reuse first, repurpose second, and then recycle. And recycling efforts are going on actually. It's there has been no, but second biggest world polluter after plastic is.
Okay, but as Erna told, maximum even we are trying to reuse all the things, not throwing away as a single use. Like even the synthetic fabric, we are stitching it into bags. And whatever maximum use we can put, we are using it. And here in Chennai, we can give away the clothes to the poor also. There, the chance is also there. But even then, the synthetic fiber is a concern to me because, as you told, PET bottles can be recycled
Right.
and used many times also. But the thing is, surely the research should go on by this synthetic fabric.
No, ma'am, exactly as I was telling you all about extended producer responsibility. Extended producer responsibility is a concept that is entering into all waste streams. And from the little knowledge, little insight I have in the industry, I definitely cloth is going to be inside very soon. Basically, it will be the responsibility of the manufacturer of the cloth to get it back. And then maybe because if you can't do anything with it, for energy recovery solutions, that is send it to waste to energy plants or co-processing plants to basically take it to an end of life solution. It's basically incinerated but under controlled control. I definitely feel, and I mean, I second you on this, that cloth is a big problem.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, one thing I would add to everyone, we had done a project in school. All plastics are not reused, especially our bottles. If you see down of your bottle, this is my Tupperware bottle, but here if you see plastic bottle, it is written one. Means you can only use one. But some people now, they refill that bottle again and again. It is used. That is very dangerous. Please be
No,
aware of this. saying?
No, Rosie ma'am, I will interrupt here. Uh, the number that is written behind your plastic bottle is not how many times it can be used. That is the grade of the plastic. So number 1 means it's PET. So number 1 to number 7 plastic hota hai. That's just showing which grade of plastic it is. So ma'am, that's not, and in fact, what do you call it? Your Tupperware bottles are reusable. It's not like they're not reusable. That is the grade of the plastic. So let us not get confused with that. जहाँ पे number 1 लिखा है, that is PET. Number 2 is HDPE. Number 3 is PVC. Number 4 is LDPE. Number 5 is PP. Number 6 is PS. And number 7 is others. So all these are basically recyclable. It's just trying to show you which polymer it is. And at your level, I mean,
No, Gurashish, I'm not talking about Tupperware. Other bottles, some bottles are, we cannot reuse it. Especially this bottles, Bisleri and all now. We can't reuse again and again. 1 or 2 times, not more than that.
How many ever times you can use it, ma'am? Rosie, you have to use it, and after that, put it in recycling. Basically, what we need to be important, what is important is that it should go into a dry waste bin, and from there reach a recycling facility.
Okay. Thank you.
The numbers behind are just the polymer it is. It's not how many times you can use it.
Okay. Next, who would like to ask question?
If there is no question, I will go with the question.
Yes, Anilji, go ahead.
Even I have one question just now. Sir have said that there is no restrictions on using this Bisleri bottle how many times we want. But I think why they mentioned this thing in box saying that please crush after use. I just want to get that clarification, sir, from you.
I mean, yeah, there is exactly. I did not want to, get in there because I didn't know what the World Health Organization says on how many times you can use it. But if you can, then yeah, definitely use it as many times. I mean, as Indians, me in my house, I think a plastic bottle is used multiple times before it's thrown away. But why they say is crush after use is because what the companies are trying to do is they're trying to prevent the bottles to be refilled and sold back in the market. That's the main reason. So that there are no malpractices in terms of the bottle getting reused and sent back to the market.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, Anilji, go ahead with your question.
All right. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. First of all, I would like to big kudos to both of you, Rosie ma'am and Gurshin, for taking this environmental project and trying to make the community better. That's a very noble cause, and we all are behind you. We all would like to support you for that, as Fiji has already mentioned it. My question is slightly different. See, you would like to get support or to have the rug pickers, so those city which you have not presented. So, what would be the minimum ton requirement?
Sorry, sir, I beg your pardon. I didn't get your question. If you could repeat it.
I am yet to start my question, sir.
Acha.
Right, sir. So, what will be the minimum requirement of a so-called Raddi? Minimum, how many ton is required so that the city or the model will become sustainable? Number one. Number two, what they will get it out of it? I mean, minimum. Ultimately, instead of Raddi, why he will go and give it to you? And if it is giving to you, how it will be getting from Mumbai and all getting allotted? What I'm talking about the scaling up your business. To be very honest with you. Over. Thank you.
So, sir, as I told you, our Raddi business is currently prevalent only in Mumbai right now. We are definitely scaling that up because that helps us reach the consumers directly. When we talk about other businesses, as I told you, we now are working directly with dustbins of your house. So the dry bin at your house, that's what we are collecting. And after collecting that, the waste that comes out is sent to recyclers. So if I am not in a city and we need to work our infrastructure, just a logistical requirement there, we need at least a minimum of 1 truckload for a vehicle to be able to work. And what the waste pickers get is the waste pickers in turn get we of course compensate them for the cost of the material.
Because right now anybody cannot have the immediately truck load to start with as a volunteer. What do you have any enterprises model for that so that we can enhance, encourage, and promote it over?
Yes, sir. What city are you in?
So I'm in Nagpur, Maharashtra only.
Right. So, sir, we are coming out with a list of drop-off points across India where you can go and basically drop it off. The collection model will not be available. The collection model will not be available. However, if you are willing to drop it off, you can go to one of our partners and drop the waste off there. That should be out on the website really soon.
A couple of questions that are more technical. We will connect you personally. That's not an issue. Please, Erna, go ahead with your question. Erna.
Yes, about plastic bottle. I don't know if I'm wrong, if I'm correct. What I heard that if you leave your plastic bottle, like drinking bottle, right by the sun, and it's not good for you. Is that correct?
Ma'am,
Thank
again, a
you.
very technical question. I am unable to answer that. That's for doctors to take up.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody have got any question? Please go ahead.
Yeah, this is just for the sake of knowledge. Majid here.
Right.
Krishish, what are the disadvantages of recycling? Just for the knowledge sake.
Oh, what are the very good questions, sir, and a very tricky one. I mean, I have never faced this before. So, what are the disadvantages of recycling? Huh? So, disadvantages of recycling are it is, I mean, with the utmost honesty, I would say is it is water inducive. I mean, it utilizes water. Um, it if not recycled properly, it will give you a lower grade material in hand. But sir, in hindsight, if you, I mean, the pros of recycling will weigh out way more than the cons of recycling. So I don't think there is anything wrong in recycling or any disadvantages per se. The difficulties are that virgin material is available cheaper, so it is tougher to sell recycled material. Yeah, that is one of the biggest disadvantages. But sir, otherwise, I'll like to. I mean, it was a very good question that you put up. So I'll just take you through another model. So there is a model known as circular economy model, run by Ellen MacArthur Foundation. So what has happened is that let's go back a little in time. We were always circular economy models. I'll give you the recent age theory first. So what has happened is we've moved from being a circular economy to a linear economy. When we talk about linear economy means take, make, and dispose. So we take resources from the environment, we make something out of it, and in no time we dispose it. Right? The concept of repair, the concept of reuse, the concept of repurpose is getting over day by day. In fact, brands are making, consumerism is being promoted. Brands are making products that basically it's a big theory of product life cycle, right? So initially your product life cycle was meant to be longer. Now basically your product life cycle has only been squeezed to be shorter. तो एक साल बाद या 2 साल बाद आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते, आपको फोन बदलना ही पड़ेगा. Cost of repairing the product has become higher than buying a new phone, right? So that's the linear economy model.
Right.
So what I mean, practical environmentalists like me as well as others around the world are saying is that we need to go back to primitive times, right? आज अगर मैं अपनी दादी को देखता हूँ तो वो एक there is this steel box of biscuits that we used to get, and I mean I'm sure all of you all have seen it, those steel gold boxes of biscuits. Her sewing kit is still that box.
Yeah, that's a Diwali gift.
That was her Diwali gift. Her sewing kit is still that box.
Still that the box, yes,
and I
it
think
is.
that box is being used since 15 years. And when I tell her, why don't you replace this? She's like, but it solves the purpose, so why should I replace it?
Absolutely.
Right. So going back in primitive times, in fact, हमारी आदतें बिगड़ रही हैं. It's consumerism more than anything else.
Right.
We consume faster than ever before. and the trends are only higher. The next generation is going to consume faster than we can.
Yeah, what is
So,
next?
so what is going on is, sir, now actually there are a lot of companies coming in who are trying to are sustainable companies. So I think our buying choices need to really change. If we can buy sustainable products, recycled products, even your bigger FMCG giants will realize that this is the future, which, sir, they are already realizing. And they're going to come back to primitive techniques as well. So, as I told you, Dettol has already launched a recycled bottle of hand wash because they've realized that this is the future. They don't want to lose the market share.
Correct. So one more addition to that, what I learned from that is the recycling is costlier than the normal product.
Sir, recycling is not costlier. Collection, segregation, and transportation is costly.
So end product processing, when it comes to end product, it's costlier than the normal product.
Slightly costlier. Aata.
Oh, okay. Because nowadays brands are selling recycled material. We have user material, and the cost when we see actually when we buy it, we see the cost difference there. That's why I asked this question.
Yes, sir. It is slightly higher.
Yeah.
So till the time, but going forward, what is happening is government is making mandatory for brand owners to use 20% recycled material in their bottles.
Correct.
So there are things like that is coming in countries such as Sweden. There are very high taxes to use virgin plastic. Right. So if I'm making a virgin plastic bottle, उसपे environmental tax बहुत high है. So it automatically makes it cheaper not cheaper, it makes it reasonable to use recycled plastic. Because plastic is a byproduct of petrochemicals, sir. It's their waste.
Right.
So unka waste hai. For them at one point they used to pay to get rid of it. Now they're getting paid for their waste. So when the recycled market, basically the recycling cost and the virgin market cost goes hand in hand. Virgin ka rate badhega to recycling ka badhega.
Economic comes in the picture.
Economic comes in the picture. Exactly.
Economic comes in the picture. Yeah, it's true. Thanks for the answer. It's quite okay. Yeah.
Thank you,
Anybody
Ajay.
else?
Yes. Anyone else?
I think Guru Krishna ma'am has a hand raised.
Yes, Krishna, go ahead.
Yes, like actually when we were young, for buying oil, we used to carry the steel containers and glass bottles for milk. That I put in the message, actually.
Right.
And yes, and the leaves were used for packing the food from hotels and all. No plastic containers that time. And even papers used to pack the provisions and all. But nowadays everything is coming under plastic.
Ma'am, we will have to go back to that time only very soon. I mean, not very soon also, we had to go to that time yesterday, not today.
Yes. But anyway, I'm really happy that people are finding out solutions for a better world.
Right.
Recycling is one of that. I'm really happy of them. Because
Thank you,
nowadays
ma'am.
single throw is really not advisable at all. And
Right, ma'am. Thank you.
thanks a lot. Very informative.
Thank you.
Given a lot of.
Yes. So with this question, we will wrap out. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the meetup. And on behalf of everyone, I would like to thank Gurashish. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Also, just to add to this, my email address is in the chat column. In case anybody has any questions, please feel.
You're not audible, Gurashish.
I said my email address is in the chat column. In case anybody has any questions, even later on, you can drop me an email. Sometimes it's difficult for me to reply on the same day, but I'll make sure I reply to the emails.
It is there on a website, right?
Right, and I've put it on the chat also. I've put my personal email address in the chat.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. Thank you, Guruji. That was very informative.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Gurashish. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
so
Pleasure's
much.
all mine. Thank you.
Have a
guys.
nice weekend, everybody. Have a nice
weekend.
weekend.
And stay
Yeah.
safe. Thank you.
Yeah, stay safe. Stay.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thanks, Rosie ma'am, for this meetup. Really
Thanks,
very
Rosie, ma'am. That was awesome.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Luis.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you
Luis.
so much for joining.
Thanks, Olga.
Actually, ma'am, tomorrow is here the lockdown is starting from tonight, 8 o'clock. So
Okay.
we have gone out to purchase the vegetables, milk, and all for tomorrow and day after tomorrow. That's why
Okay.
unable to
You just
join
stay
in the beginning
safe,
itself.
stay home.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Bye bye. See you, everybody.
Okay, bye, bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
Rosie
Thank you
ma'am.
so much. Thank you.